Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Bowser Jr. number 1, and for today's Bowser Jr. number 1 extra video, I'm going to be doing a game review. I do like maybe one of these a year, so this is like, I don't know, in my mind it's like a big deal that I actually get one of these out. The last one I did, I think it was this year, it was like in February, it was in Mario & Luigi Brothers ship. So I'm doing two this year, okay, this is a big fucking deal. This is a big fucking deal. But anyway, I'm doing it on Donkey Kong Country Returns. I got a little sheet of paper with notes here. But note, I did not play this on the Switch. I'm just using the Switch as a background. So yeah, I played this on the 3DS. There's my copy. Basically, in the summertime, I played all of the Scribblenauts games on my 3DS, and it was like after I was done all of them, I was like, oh shit, I kind of want a game to chill and relax to. Like before bed, I pop up my 3DS, play some Scribblenauts, and I wanted something to do. So I went to a used game store and I was looking around, and then Donkey Kong grabbed my eye because it's like, okay, I like platformers, and I did play this on the Wii as a kid, but I think I only got like maybe past the first world. Basically, the first part of this review is going to be kind of my history with Donkey Kong games, and in this game in particular. I as a kid, it didn't really stick with me, which is weird because I love platformers. It's my favorite video game genre. But I think it's because it's the same reason that I typically don't like Yoshi games, is because there's too much shit. As someone that likes to 100% games, I don't like Yoshi games because there's so much shit you gotta do, right? You gotta get all the flowers. You gotta collect a certain amount of fucking. In Yoshi's Woolly World, it's like gems. You can't take a hit. There's so much shit going on. And Donkey Kong has some similar things to it. There's the Kong letters, there's the puzzle pieces, there's the, once you beat a level, you have an opportunity to go back in and speedrun that shit. And then once you go through the game, basically, you think you 100% it the first time. It's like, joke's on you, mirror mode, bitches. So, like, there's a lot of shit to go on. So that was a bit overwhelming for me, but I learned that when it comes to this game, I just need to do what I like. I did 100% it, and that's not saying a lot because I didn't complete the game. I didn't do everything, but I did 100% it, and by that I mean I beat every level, I collected every Kong letter, and I collected every puzzle piece. I did that to get 100%. I did not do any speed running or any of the mirror mode because that just didn't seem interesting or fun to me, so I didn't do that stuff. But my opinion on this game and Donkey Kong has specifically changed because of this playthrough, right? I thought I wouldn't like it because there's too much going on, but I actually really enjoyed it and really liked it. At first, I was like, oh, the puzzle pieces and Kong letters, this is going to be so much shit. But playing the game, it's like, okay, this is not a lot of shit at all. The Kong letters, basically, you're guaranteed to get all of them on your first run at any level. Like, they're not hidden at all. Sometimes they're in a tricky spot, but most of the time they're really easy to get. It's the puzzle pieces that are kind of hidden. And at first, it was like, okay, I had to go into the level a few times to go look for them. But as I continued to play the game, shocker, I got better at it. And I only usually had to do 2 level runs. Oh shit, hold on. There we go. I do the level the first time myself, and then the second time I would, just use the fucking bird to look for the puzzle pieces. But yeah, I ended up really liking those specific 2 collectibles, and once, I just kind of removed my completionist mindset and didn't give a shit about speedrunning or mirror mode, I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's kind of my brief history with this game and how I went from, being kind of iffy about it to actually really liking it. So now I'm just gonna Hold on. Give me a fuck. I'm gonna play a trailer so you get some... Fuck, I dropped the remote. So you get some background. Some unique background shit instead of just a picture. But now I'm gonna, like, kind of do a deep dive into, you know, the stuff I like about it. Specifically, let's talk about the levels. The levels were a really nice change. As I mentioned, platforming is my favorite genre of video games, and I love the Mario games, but, like, one little pet peeve is most of the level backdrops are kind of the same. You got desert, you got grass, you got water, etc., right? I love the Mario games, but, like, come on. Whenever a Mario game did something like that one painted world in Mario U, it's like, okay, this is cool. We need more of this. So it's like a breath of fresh air playing Donkey Kong, you know? Because it was like, oh, look at, there's so much different, you know, worlds that I'm not used to. And it's like, yeah, you do have some traditional platformer worlds, right? Like, you got your forest, which is your first world. You got your desert, beach, which is basically world 3. But you have some really unique worlds, right? My personal favorite was the fossil world. I thought that one was really cool. There's also, I'm trying to think. There's like a mine. I can't remember what the second world was. I'm drawing a blank. Whatever. But yeah, it was a nice change of pace to seeing some different backdrops and stuff that I'm used to. And as the levels themselves, there are a lot of really cool ones. My favorites were like the shadow one, where it's like you play, but like you see the silhouette of Donkey Kong, but you actually don't see him. And it's like so cool. The whole level is like a silhouette. It's like what they did in Mario Wonder. I think this is probably where they got the inspiration for Mario Wonder from. It was so cool, and I really love those levels. They also had minecart and barrel levels, which I was kind of half and half about. Sometimes I liked them, sometimes I could really get pissed off at them, but it was still a nice change of pace, right? And then sometimes you had rhino levels, right, where you ride on a rhino and you just basically fucking destroy shit. Those ones are fun too. There's one specific gimmick level that really stuck with me, and it's one where you jump past like a bunch of circles, and then a tile is available, and then you jump past the opposite. That level right there. You jump past the opposite color, and then tile becomes unavailable, and another tile shows up, right? It's like Mario Galaxy, the switches, right? You spin, you get it. I thought that was a really cool level too. And I don't know, the challenge bump was interesting because it wasn't sort of like, oh, it got really hard as as the game progressed. It was sort of, like I said earlier on, it was a personal thing for me. Like, at first it was like, okay, it's kind of more difficult for me. But as I played, it got easier. And it stayed like that for the majority of things. The game, I mean, it did get challenging at times, but it's like I evolved as a player, and so it kind of balanced out, if you understand it. But the special levels I want to talk about, some of them were a bitch. Specifically, there's one where it's only like barrel cannons, and I fucking hate that one. That one took me like an hour and a half. It's just because, like, you have to time your cannon shots to make it to the other cannon without fucking up and dying. But for me, it's like, okay, I want some patience to do that. But some of the cannon blasts are like, okay, you gotta be accurate, you're on a time limit. And that shit stresses me the fuck out. I want a chance where I can sit there and breathe. So there are some challenges. Also, in the secret world at the end, there are some challenging levels. Specifically, the last one is a real testament to your platforming skills. So yeah, I really did enjoy the variety in levels and the challenge that I was faced as a player, and it felt actually really cool overcoming the challenges and being like, I don't fucking suck at this game. I did cover a bit of the gimmicks. I went over the rhino and the barrels. Okay, so I already talked about collectibles too. That was on my list. I'm going to talk about mechanics too, which was, for a platformer. Just going to switch up the trailer, give you guys some more variety. Fuck, how do you hide it? There we go. In terms of the mechanics, for platforming games, I'm used to the traditional Mario, right? You got your fire flower, you got your like propeller or leaf. But with Donkey Kong, it's very different. You don't really have any power-ups, right? He has kind of like a moveset. He has this slap he can do, which you can use to solve puzzles, find puzzle pieces, or stun enemies, or it's used to specifically beat some enemies. So that was kind of cool. You can also have him crouch down and blow. That actually, believe it or not, you can use it to defeat some enemies, specifically the ones that are on fire, which makes sense. But it's also mainly used to like find bananas, or sometimes you even find puzzle pieces doing that. And you also can do a roll. If you're running as Donkey Kong, you can press a button and then have him roll, which is kind of cool too. See, there's like kind of a versatile moveset for Donkey Kong, which was nice, right? Because as a Mario player of the games that came out as a really awkward sentence. As like a Mario game player, it's like, okay, Mario doesn't really have a versatile moveset, you just get power-ups, right? So it's like kind of cool to have something different. And then Diddy adds a lot to the game. Like, I really liked having Diddy because it's like a glide ability. You have a brief glide in the air, sort of like Peach in Mario 2, or like the Tanuki Leaf when Mario gets it. You get a brief glide in the air, which is honestly really awesome and really fucking helpful, so I really did enjoy that too. And they also have some items. I was like, when I first started the game and there was Cranky's shop, I was kind of just like, oh, there's a shop in this game? This is fucking weird. But I actually ended up really liking it. There's a whole lot of items, but I only ended up using 2. One of them I mentioned earlier, which is you can buy a parrot who in the level will squawk when you're close to a puzzle piece, which is very helpful, right? Because I said on my first attempt of the level, I try to find everything myself, but on my second attempt, I just used the parrot. So that was actually very helpful, because I didn't want to YouTube shit, because it's like, oh, that feels kind of cheating. And the parrot could also feel like kind of cheating, but it's like, it's an in-game mechanic, right? So I feel less bad about it. And the other item I used was a Diddy barrel. It's pretty self-explanatory. You throw the barrel and Diddy shows up to help you out. There are other items, like you can buy an additional heart. You can buy a balloon, which will save you from 1 pitfall. There's a potion you can get that'll save you from 1 pitfall and a minecart. There are also balloons you can buy, which are this game's live systems. I did buy a lot of those as well. And then you can also buy keys in the shop. And what keys are is they unlock each world special level, right? So yeah, I thought that was very cool for a platformer and something different and unique that I wasn't used to. Now I want to talk about this game's music, and it's not really a shock because most Nintendo games I find have amazing music, specifically Kirby. But I really like this game's soundtrack. I mentioned earlier that I wasn't really a fan of the minecart levels, but boy oh boy, the fucking soundtrack or the music that plays in the background of those fucking slaps. Like, that thing's awesome. I could be like getting really pissed off because I keep fucking up in the minecart levels, and then I could be like, damn, this music is really good. So I had fun about that too. Like, there's a great variety of stuff too, and I really did enjoy the music. So now let's go on and talk about bosses, which is also another unique change-up for me from Mario games, because Mario games, it's traditionally just jump on the bad guy's head. But there's a variety of different ways to defeat bosses in this game that complements DK's moveset. Like, there's a chicken boss, like a robot and a chicken mech type thing, that you have to wait for grass to show up on the mech, and then you grab on the grass and you punch upwards. It's like a unique way. It's like every boss, you're trying to figure out how to defeat it, right? And then you get a grip on how to do it, and you figure out its attacks, and you avoid them. It's really cool how they do it. Especially for the final boss, I really liked, I kept dying, but as I kept dying, I understood the boss's moveset, and I could, avoid the attacks, and then I would get better at it. I really liked that. There's also like a sea serpent dragon type boss where you have to climb on these like grass circles and punch all 5 of them, and then the water dragon like loses its ability, so you can jump on it. There's also this mole boss where it's like these moles are riding mine carts, and you have to, follow them, and then at the right opportunity jump on them, and that was really cool and unique. And then the final boss follows kind of like a traditional Nintendo formula, which is it's a big face and some hands, and it's like, you know what you gotta do. You gotta take down the hands, and then you gotta take down the face too. So it's like, I kind of expected that. I was also kind of expecting a second phase, and I was kind of disappointed when there wasn't one. But it was like, I had fun with the final boss. The final boss was probably my favorite because it utilized the, trial and error that I like about this game a lot, where it's like, you start off really bad and sucking, but as you play, you get better. It's like, it came kind of full circle with the final boss, right? So yeah, that's all I got written on my note sheet. And what are we, only 16 minutes, so I'm gonna try to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about. I don't know. Like for game reviews, you don't come to me for like a thorough review of a video game or whatever, right? You come to this for my opinion. In my opinion, if you think you want to try a game out, don't go to reviewers, just watch a bit of gameplay. And if that piques your interest more or doesn't change your opinion about trying it, I recommend going trying the game. It's the only way that you'll know you'll like it, right? Like for me, I'll give an example about a game that I didn't like. I was Bayonetta, right? Like I watched some gameplay and I was like, this might be a little bit of interesting, right? And then I played it and I was like, I don't really care for this. This isn't my genre. But then there's another thing, like another example, which was I'm really big into Dead by Daylight now. It's like one of my favorite video games, right? So I watched some gameplay of that, and it was just like, this looks really fun. So I downloaded it, and it's like, this is really fucking fun. I love this game. So that's honestly the best way to figure shit out. And where I'm going with this is, don't let my review sway you in any direction about this game. Even though it's overall very positive, I don't think I really have any negative things to say about this game at all. But where I'm going is just try it. If you think you'll like the game, just try it. I recommend it, but that doesn't mean shit, just try it. So yeah, speaking of negative things, I think I should probably try to think of something. Because this is like very positive, right? Gotta have some negatives in there, some constructive criticisms. Oh, fuck. I guess, I don't know, this might have been, for me, it's very rare, maybe only in certain levels, but I found the hitbox was kind of wonky. But that, I only really noticed that in one particular level, so it might have just been like a glitch on my end or whatever, and Nintendo could have patched that on the Switch version, and I highly doubt they did, if it actually is a real thing, because Nintendo are lazy fucks. But yeah, I think that's honestly like the one complaint I have about the game. God. Can I not think of anything else? I know, it's like, it's weird that I actually want to think of complaint, but it's like, okay, I don't want to seem like everything's positive, but like, I really like this game. Like, I like this game a lot, that it's like, fuck, I want to go and play Tropical Freeze now. But it's like, oh fuck, I wish it was on the 3DS, because like, I'm sort of enjoying my, before bed, I pop out my 3DS, play some games for like maybe an hour, maybe a half an hour. It's like, oh damn, fuck, why can't Tropical Freeze be on 3DS? It is on the Wii U, and the Switch, but I probably might go down the Wii U route. 100% because of the price. Like, I was at a used game store, about a week or so ago, and I did see Tropical Freeze, and it was like for $17, and that's exactly what I paid for this one right here. Because I paid $17 for it, which is a great price, I think. You know, so I was about to talk about one thing I did miss was the puzzle pieces that you do collect in the game aren't just like, star coins where you collect them to collect them. They actually amount to something, which is like an image gallery. You can go into it and see like concept art of, level design, enemies, Donkey Kong. It's really cool. It's like you can go through that and be like, nice, I like this. As I collect puzzle pieces, I actually unlock cool shit that I can view, right? There's also a music player, and it's just like, oh, it's cool. I do like this. I do like the fact that, as I'm going through the level collecting shit, it's not just for collecting's sake. I'm a 100%er, and I do like collecting things like star coins, and I'll collect them because I think it's fun, but like when there's a payoff too, that's an added bonus, and I think it's cool. So yeah, this is probably it. This is my review of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Should I even throw 3D in the title? Because I did play the 3DS version. I don't give a shit. I might not. I know there are differences. I know most people say, or I've heard people say, that the definitive way to play this game is in fact on the Wii. But I don't know. I had a great time on the 3DS. I didn't notice any issues at all. So if I'm gonna recommend a way to play it, I would say, I don't know, whatever's convenient with you. But I would go with 3DS or Wii because it's cheaper, right? So if you have a Wii or 3DS, go with that. And if you want to play it handheld, 3DS. If you want to play it TV, go Wii. It's weird that I picked up the 3DS version because normally I like playing games on TV. But like I said, lately I've been liking sitting down playing a game before bed. So I picked up this on the 3DS. Now I gotta find another game to play before bed on the 3DS. I've been playing Dead by Daylight lately. I play that that's basically the only game I play, so it's like I want to find something a little bit more relaxing before bed, so I don't know. I'll have to look and find something. Hey, if you have any recommendations, shoot it in the comments. If not, I'll probably end up just playing New Super Mario Bros. 2. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's not like your typical review, but whatever. I just shoot the shit and say what I think about the game, so yeah, that's my opinion. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Anyway, for next week's video, I did promise to do a Smash Bros. A top 5 list of the characters that I want to see in the next Smash Bros. Game. And I'm going to deliver that next week. I promised. I'm done delaying it. It's going to come out. I'm going to have a little bit more insight with the characters by me trying to come up with a moveset. So I'll do that. I'll spend some time this week just dotting down moveset ideas and that. So that'll release next week. But anyway, thank you guys and gals so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, you're all awesome. Bye-bye.